been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman, a true legend. Defense is not an option for these two. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Their trilogy will live forever in boxing lore, but can they add another epic chapter to their story here in this one?
This was called Fight of the Century. We've got to find a name for it. We've got to make it special. Fight of the ages, fight of the planets, fight of the gods, the boxing gods. That's it, the fight of the gods. This is that fight.
There's a counter shot. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Misses with that uppercut. Trying to land that jab. He wasn't ready for that counter punch. One punch could change everything in this battle. How about that time counter shot? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And there's the bell to start round two. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. Typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
If you're an outside fighter, you've got to use that straight jab, the straight right hands, the straight left hands. Doing it that way, it makes it so awkward for anybody to try and pin you down or even predict which way you're moving.
Failing to score with that right hook. A little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They exchange punches. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Perfect counter shot. Nope, that jab not going to score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards, going to need a knockout.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bo.
The bell rings and we start the third. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Swing and a miss with the left hook. for giving us a high-tempo show. Well done with that counter shot. Punch and just got countered. That jab misses. That jab doesn't score. That jab won't score. Punch, counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Come on, you're going back into this. You're better than this, kid.
Good work, that's it. Now breathe. Breathe, just get your
Basics. Just get your rhythm back and we go again.
I'm in already. That right hand is beautiful. That's it, just starts.
Here we go to the fourth round. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Good counter punch. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
The straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. And there's the bell for round 5. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. Just missing with the uppercut. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
So one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. The perfect counter lands. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. The straight right just misses. Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Nice counter shot. Won't score with that right uppercut. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about on to the 6th round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed back on it. Like it never happened.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Beautiful counter punch. The straight right just misses. This fight has a real good flow to it. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about out. There's the bell to start round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Nice counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Ali. And there's the bell for round 8. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
The courage on display here is incredible. No rest for the weary. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter shot. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. So much for boxing. This is a fight. You'd like to see more jabs. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.